Hey guys, let me introduce our Master of Ceremonies. Our Master of Ceremonies is April. I met her at LA Fitness. She is the assistant manager. And let me challenge you all. If you're talking about getting healthy, if you're talking about getting in shape, but if your leg's not broken, okay? Why don't I challenge you guys to come to LA Fitness Thursday morning before it starts raining at 8 a.m. and play basketball with me at the gym. Is anybody going to join me 8 a.m.? Lizzie's going to be there. We'll be LA Fitness 8 a.m. for basketball.
I'll be off work at that time.
She'll be off work. She'll be egging you on. You'll be there. Great. I have a guest pass. Come on in. So I met April at the gym. I hired her as the MC because she has the presence. And then I found out her background. She is a former professional football player in arena football. She's a TikTok influencer. And if you want to follow her, that she'll tell you how to follow her. And she is going to be the host with the most, but she's not going to say Beetlejuice 3 times. April, take it away.
All right. He hyped me up a little bit more than I feel like I'm going to meet his expectations. But anyway, I'm April Mielke. I'm the assistant GM at LA Fitness right now. I also am an entrepreneur. I am an esthetician, so I have a beauty business, and then I also have a faith and fitness clothing line as well. So a little bit about me. Obviously, I'll be your MC for the night along with Alchemist Nation. So as an advocate for financial literacy myself, I'm just excited to hear our guest speakers and soak up all the knowledge and information that they'll be sharing with us tonight. So for those of you who are new here, Alchemist Nation is a nationwide organization that welcomes those with a millionaire mindset and believes financial freedom is created through passive income through real estate investing. So for our first guest speaker, we have an incredible opportunity to hear from him, Rich Ottum. Not only is Rich an Army veteran, he's a miracle of science who functions with only half his brain and is here to tell us how he's been successful financially as well as the motivation for others. So first off, I want to say thank you, Rich, for your service. We'll give him a round of applause. Hey, Rich, we all function. All of us. You probably don't. I'm left brain.
Okay, hello. Can you hear me? Hear me?
Yes.
Hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Hear me? Unique New York. Unique New York. Ow now, brown cow. Ow now, brown cow. No, seriously. Non-fungible tokens. NFT, what is it? It's something you can't exchange one for another because they're never the same. Something you cannot replicate, like tonight. It's a non-fungible token. It's a non-fungible way to meet people. I just met Aaron and Misty. It's the best weather conditions I've ever been caught in. It's great.
Helen tomorrow.
Okay. I'm willing to make a bet on it. So, when you wake up from a coma, we got a lot of questions. Did anybody else poop on their legs today? What? What's all this? It's the best Mortal Kombat finishing move ever. Somebody. I couldn't believe it. I was like, somebody really beat me almost to death. I'm asleep. Where am I? And these people kept walking around speaking Spanish and giving me pills. This is a creepy party. So I started learning Spanish because si hablo español mucho por el gringo, cuando abro mis ojos en la coma, ay Dios mío, todos enfermeros español, todos una lengua español o Portuguese, no English. So I had to figure it out. All right.
Yeah.
They speak Portuguese and Spanish, and I speak English. Talk anybody? So my voice wouldn't live because I had a paralyzed left side of my vocal cords from a right side brain trauma due to 99 Dodge Ram passenger side T-bone boom reality. And I woke up 17 days later going, all right, finishing move. That's badass. Somebody they survived though. Look at this. They didn't kill me. They're weak. They got my legs somehow. But I woke up, and that's the thing. I woke up sick and tired of being whoever just got beat up and woke up in this hospital bed. I figured out this is the hospital. I tried to kill myself right away. So I buried my face in the silk pillows, I thought. I'm going to suffocate myself. Turns out you can breathe through silk. It's not silk.
couldn't do it. So my lungs were kind of weak at that point. And people kept stopping by and saying, "Hey, Richard, can't wait to work with you. I don't think you meet qualifications. I don't know what your job title is. You have a name tag and I can't read it." I couldn't say anything because my vocal cords were like down to nil. Apparently, when you get a hemiparesis on your left side, everything goes dead. So paresis, paralyzed, hemi, partially, half. I have a hemianopia. It's not like sitting in the back parking lot. It's not that nice. It's a left side. It's a 24-cylinder hemianopia. It's the left side of both eyes gone. No peripheral. I hate the word peripheral. I always sound like I can't pronounce it. It's a peripheral, doctor. Doctor said I got bad peripheral. What? So, woke up from a coma. What do I do? A lot of questions. Can't talk. So now I use a microphone. Can you hear me? I drift out sometimes. But I digress. That's nice. I'll die when I'm dressed. Put on pants and a shirt. This is nice. People embrace me better when I'm wearing clothes. You guys won't know from experience, but I see. So, trying to grow financially, your net worth, everybody's heard this one, your net worth is only as big as your network. And each strand of your net, it's like a spider web. You put another strand in there, you're going to catch more stuff flying into it. So each time you make a cold call, it's uncomfortable. You get uncomfortable, that's where you get creative. You start your business in the living room. Then you keep stubbing your toe on the coffee table. God, I hate these coffee tables. What do I do back? Okay, I guess I'll go back to the office. It's close to the bathroom anyways. So you get there and you start getting creative and uncomfortable. And each time you get uncomfortable with a cold call, you create another strand of your web. And the person you just called in Mississippi, he said, "Let's say let one talk, Bruce." And you're like, "Just said, I'm trying to sell him speakers." He's like, "What are they doing? Yeah, I would control. I seem to get it so big, make your mama cry."
So Rick,
Go.
if you can make cold calls, how many cold calls you make a day?
As many as you want. I mean, if you have an unlimited plan, I think there's supposed to be no limits there.
So raise your hand if you're a salesperson made 10 cold calls today.
25.
25. Who made at least 10?
I did 0.
There's 0, okay. So we got a Rick here because he's talking about doing things that are literally impossible and uncomfortable. And one of the things we teach in our courses, make the calls. Is it uncomfortable to make calls, Rick?
Especially when you're on the toilet, because you know. But everywhere can be your office. But a red light it's an office for a second, then it's not long enough to fully complete that email. What's the CC Dawn on that one? Well, the light was green. Sorry, bro. Left arrow was on. Couldn't get to you. And they call you later. "Hey, man, you bonked me on that email." It was a red light. Okay.
Misty, would you agree that making calls every day is the most important thing for a salesperson?
Yes.
Yes. And part of the challenge of Alchemist Nation as we challenge our people is to make those calls. So, Rick, can you make 10 calls tomorrow?
These are drums. Yes. Yeah. I got one of
Here,
them package.
you make 10 calls tomorrow.
As long as I know the number, it should be.
Everybody? Will you do it though? Will you make those calls? Rick, you got a button first?
That plan first. Good call.
That's a good question, right? Who should you call, Rick?
It's called a
Growth.
and you have to get organized with it. You have to have it, and every 3 weeks you have to make those same phone calls. There's something about the magic number 3. They feel like they just heard from you yesterday. But you have to be organized. You have to call those same people every 3 weeks. If you call them for 3 weeks, for 3 months, you won't get something. La Rosa Realty had this appraiser that kept approaching them and said, no, we already have our appraisers, This lady approached me. She approached them 6 times. Finally, they got tired. They said, "Okay, you know what? That lady is their top appraiser now."
Oh, make the calls. Rick.
I made 44 calls. That's the most I can make, but that's hoofing it. That's hard to do.
And you're doing that with one leg, right?
Well, I haven't done it in 20 years, but I manage the people I'm making the calls now. But when I was making the calls, that was my goal was
But I bet you could make calls with one leg, right?
I could make calls.
And
I
Rick,
do a lot with one leg.
You can make calls with one arm, right?
For the moment being, I mean, how much of my phone do you need right now?
So we
Check
can
those
all
minutes.
make calls no matter what.
But so the consistency of it.
You're right.
Yeah.
So the challenge that I challenge all of you, the salespeople here, is tomorrow. Call people. They don't have to be cold calls, right, Rick?
Pardon?
They don't have to be cold calls, right? No.
Difficult. That's the uncomfortable part because you don't want to call somebody you don't know
Right.
and approach them with a business they don't know about and don't really want to know about.
And
They're busy. They're trying to get to Starbucks.
You don't have to call people you don't know. Everyone here knows hundreds of people, don't we? If you went through your phone, how many numbers are there? Hundreds. How many people did you meet tonight? Probably 20. So you already know enough people to call. You will never run out of people to call. If you think you're running out of people, go to the nearest Starbucks or pub or anywhere people gather and talk to people. That is the key to growing your business. Conversation. Rick, what is your one sentence of advice for everyone?
Get out of bed.
Get out of bed. Get out of
No,
bed.
seriously. You cannot build a business worth anything. You gotta lay. It's like building a house. You gotta lay the bricks, and first you gotta dig the ground all up and lay a nice foundation. You can't lay a foundation laying down. You're on a foundation.
Gotta have bed this morning.
Nobody wants
Raise your hand.
I don't see any beds in here.
You all gotta have bed. That's the victory. Now everyone gets out of bed, right? We all gotta have bed. So when you get out of bed, make the calls. Then you grow your business. Give Rick a round of applause.
Thank you very much.
Very entertaining. I appreciate you. This next guy doesn't even need an introduction. Let's see, the money professor. He's going to talk to us about doing things that are hard.
Thank you. Do hard things. No double entendre there. Let's call it difficult. Do things that are difficult. Well, we just learned from Rick to make the call, right? Rick, was it easy to get on stage and talk?
It's a lot harder in a wheelchair, but I had to get out of bed.
Gotcha. April, is it easy to come to this event and host it?
I mean, there has to be a little bit of effort. So.
Right. It's not easy to throw an event like this. It's also not easy for you guys on Tuesday night to leave your Netflix, leave your spouse, leave your comfy home, and come to a bar to network. Is that true?
Oh wait.
What would be easier, staying home and watching TV or coming here?
Laying in a coma with machines doing the breath and heart rate for you.
That'd be really easy when you have to breathe. So we all did something hard to come here, right? It's harder than staying home. Who here wants to meet a client tonight? Raise your hand. What are you willing to do to meet a client? Now, let me preface that. In Alchemist Nation, everything we do is legal, moral, and ethical. So I say, what are you willing to do? Those are the ground rules.
Legal, ethical,
And moral. What are you willing to do to meet a client? Are you willing to get uncomfortable? Are you guys? Who's willing to get uncomfortable to meet a client? Now, we all raise our hand, right? But don't we see there's lots of clients right here? Now, everyone here is selling something, right? We're selling something or promoting something. How many of you guys ask someone you talk to if they would buy from you? Anybody? One person. Yet, when you did, okay. Well, and what'd you ask?
Do you
I would, but I don't have millions of dollars. No, I would though. But when I walked in and I met a tarot reader, and where's my tarot reader? What's your name? I said, I never had that before. So I sat down and I booked an appointment with her because that sounds cool. And then when I realized we have a professional photographer in the house, and I was trying to take a selfie in the sun, I said, would you like to take pictures? I'll hire you. Now, I didn't ask anyone, hey, do you want like one-on-one private business coaching? But here's the thing. You have to give to get. And that is the lesson of tonight that I'm taking from the book Endless Referrals. You guys ever heard that book, Endless Referrals?
Sounds good.
We have a student here from our current class, right? And what are you selling, my friend?
I'm selling weight loss.
Weight loss. Who wants to lose weight? Who wants to lose weight? Anybody? If you want to lose weight, talk to him. Here's the catch. You don't have to exercise. You don't have to eat right. If you want to lose weight without exercising, without going on a diet, talk to him. He has a doctor that'll help you do it. How cool is that? He's in my class that I teach, Recession Proof Challenge. It's a class on growing customers. And one of the books we read was Endless. I'm now going to give you the most important part of that book. And here's the magic part. You all came here to network, right? But so far, who's made a sale? You made a sale? High five. No one else has made a sale. But here's the thing.
I'm
When
ready
you
to be a
made
awesome. She's ready to
made a new BFF? Who's here made a BFF? That's a sale.
yes.
Christine has sales. How are we doing on drinks tonight, Christine? Right. In the book, it talks about the purpose of networking. Many people who's been to networking. Someone just to shoot me. I thought I had a dot on my head. It was a laser dot, you know. Okay. Who's been to a networking event and did not generate business from it? Raise your hand.
No, I generate business. The last one we did, the magicians coming to my Halloween event.
Awesome. Well, besides Misty, who here has been to a networking event and not got a customer from it? Most people go to networking and don't get a lot of customers. So what I'm going to teach you now is how to get customers from a networking event. There are 10 questions you can ask. I'm going to give you 3. If you want to learn the other questions, read the book. When you go to a networking event, you will get more business when you listen instead of talk. And ask a question from the magic question list. Here's a good question. How did you get involved in this business? Matt, how did you get involved in the business of financial advisor?
How did I get involved?
Yeah, how'd you start?
I got recruited into it.
You got recruited. Okay, that's pretty cool. So how did you get started in business is one question. Another question is, if you were going to mentor someone starting in this business, how would you do it? Matt, if you were going to mentor someone getting started in doctor's office, how would you do it?
Get familiar with the information first.
Okay. A third question is, where do you see this industry going in the next year? Million. Where do you see industry going in the next year?
Which industry?
The real estate investing.
Well, it looks like it's going up.
Interest rates going down?
Interest rate could be hard to say, but the market it looks like from last networking when I met this guy, he told me that about 85 people are moving to this area every day. So which means one of them is gonna rent, another one is gonna buy a house and stuff. So it looks like it's going up. So yeah, I see that 3 years from now it's gonna all houses are gonna shade stuff.
Now, Million did the best job with this question because he gave a really complete, thoughtful answer. So when the person you're talking to really starts talking, that builds relationships. Then you want to ask the golden question. This is worth writing down. This is what gets you business. You ask, how would I know if someone I meet is a good customer for you? And they'll tell you. Then you give them a referral. Or you go find them one. Now, they have referrals from you because everyone here knows someone who would buy from someone here. That's a referral. So if you give them the referral, then they'll probably give you one. And that's a secret in networking. Give a referral. And if you don't know someone, go find someone at the event. Then when you're done with that, don't sit down and talk to them for an hour and say, listen, we're both here in network. I want to go find your ideal customer so I can give you that business. Here's my ideal customer. If you find them, get me that. I do like you though. Let's get each other's number and book a call, and we'll catch up in a virtual call next week, and we'll try to do this some more. Then you go on and do it. That is a proven way, most effective way to go to a networking event and get business. Raise your hand if that helps you network. Raise your hand if that was worth the price of admission. But that's hard. It's hard to go to a bar and work. It's hard to be around people and stick to a script. It's hard to even talk to people. Sometimes people go networking to sit down, make a friend, and talk for an hour. That's what I mean by getting uncomfortable. And that's why we brought in Rick. Because Rick got uncomfortable to live. He's an inspiration to us. And if he can get uncomfortable to live, you guys can get uncomfortable to sell. Who would like $1,000 selling tip? Who would like me to give away a tip that people have paid $1,000 for, the coaches like me, for free? Just 2 people? All right.
2, 3.
The $1,000 selling tip I'm going to give you is a typical mistake that a lot of salespeople make. When they meet a prospect or they have a scheduled sales call, they're really excited about their product. Like Matt said, they studied the product. And when they study the product, they know all the features and benefits. So when they meet someone, they directly tell you how great this product is. And they list the features and benefits. They'll definitely get a sale. There's 9 features. We're having a sale. We have all these things. How can someone not want? But the prospect doesn't care about the 19 features and benefits. Most likely, the prospect only cares about one. Even though it's mathematically incorrect, if you sell a $1,000 baseball card with a $100 baseball card combined, they will sell for less than $1,000 than if you just sold a $1,000 baseball card by itself. So when you have something about it, it's like psychology by the book Thinking Fast and Slow. If you read that, talks about this stuff. When you throw more stuff in, the cheaper stuff takes away from the big stuff. So when I give you 19 features and benefits, but you only want one, it's lost. So I would ask this: what is the most important thing you would look for if you were getting a business coach?
I adore you. I just.
So you want someone you adore.
Yeah, no, but you sold me when I met you at the tap room and you came up to me and said, "What's one problem you can't sleep?" And I hadn't had a beer yet. I was just like, "What?" And he's like, "Tell me one problem you can't solve." I'm like, "I haven't been sleeping well." And he compartmentalized that down to like the minute, and I never thought about any of that stuff. And I was like, I was sold. Hook, line, and sinker. That's a personal story.
Oh, that's
And I've never had a person coach. I've never looked. You're the first person that's come close in my 50 years. So.
Well, thank you, Missy. So it looks like the things Missy's looking for is solving a problem.
Well, you showed me that.
I showed that.
Me and then.
But if I asked her and she said, I want someone to solve my problems, and then I show her how I can solve a problem, and then I make an offer, she'll probably say yes. So when you're selling your product, you ask them. I have a client, he sells paints for millions. You can go, what's the most important thing you're looking for in your paint relationship? And when they say that one thing, if you can do that, say, I can do that. Then ask for one more thing.
You can't benefit dumb.
You can't what?
You can't benefit dumb.
Can't benefit dumb?
Yeah, well, in sales we can, but that's not important to them, right? You have to. What you're saying is you have to ask and listen. Because what we think is a benefit might not be a big benefit to them.
Right. Maybe people like problems. Maybe being a problem solver is not a good thing. So when they say what they can do, say we can do that. Show them you can do it. Then give them a great bonus discount and call to action, and you'll have a sale. At Alchemist Nation, I became the lead salesman, and I trained all. Alchemist Nation has this. Every city has one of these, and now I'm training all the other hosts on how to sell their product, and that's how you sell. There is a specific way to talk people to sell. Now we all are sales, but who could benefit from learning to be a better salesperson? Raise your hand. Who could benefit from learning how to effectively network so that if you go and network and get 5 points? Raise your hand. Who could benefit from knowing how to go on social media for 15 minutes, make a post, make a comment, and get off the rest of the day and get business from that? Who could benefit from that? Who could benefit from having an ideal client? I ask all you, every person I ask that, everybody, anyone who has money, anyone who has a face, anyone needs a house. What if you had a super specific ideal client so that you saw them everywhere? Just like if you buy a new red Ford truck, you start to see red Ford trucks everywhere. If you get real, ridiculously uncomfortable specific, you'll start seeing them. Do you know how I know? Do you know how I know this works? Because I just filled a room with 30 people who are my ideal clients. You guys are here because you guys are our ideal client, the Alchemist Nation. That's why you're here. And that's how I attracted you, and that's why you came. I'm hosting an event of 30 people where everyone's getting value and everyone's my ideal client. And you can do that too. Who wants to learn to do that? Raise your hand. If you would like to learn to do that, I have great news. I am offering a class. It's going on right now, and Matt's in it. Matt's in the class. It's called and actually Matt is in the October class, right? Matt has already bought a ticket for the October class, and Lisbon just do it too. It's called the Recession Proof Challenge. It's such an amazing deal. It's 15 hours of instruction, 3 weeks for an hour online. And guess how much it is? Guess how many $1,000? Who wants to guess? How many thousand? 500,000? That's a little much. It's only $200.
I was gonna say $500.
It's $200, and the goal is to get you guys times that in a month. Now, the photographer is selling $70 packages. The tarot reader who drinks the drink is selling $50 packages, right? So if they take the class, the photographer sells 3 headshots, you made your money back. Tarot reader sells 4 readings, you made your money. I just bought my money. So all you have to do is make a few sales to get a return message, even though it's worth thousands of dollars. And to raise the value of it, the first person who buys it tonight will get a free ticket for the Alchemist Nation Summit. That's a conference in Orlando. It's 3 nights at a hotel. We're multi-millionaires. You guys want to come? Where multi-millionaires will teach you how to grow your money and make a business plan. I'm going, Liz is going. The Florida conference, the Florida conference hotel. So right next to the Florida Mall, the big giant mall. The first person who books tonight will get that. And anybody else who buys it, I'll throw in a coaching session. Missy's had them. This had them. That costs $500. I'll throw in for free if you get it tonight. We're trying to sell it out tonight. We already have my October session. So if anybody's interested, just raise your hand. Who would like to be in the class?
So what date is this?
It's Monday through Friday at 10:15 a.m. for 3 weeks. It's on October 7th.
The
Conference, October 17th through 19th. Okay. The funny part is, everyone raised their hand they want to learn, but no one wants to be in the class. That's the funny part. Because that's fear. That's fear of getting something that'll help. And that fear spending a little bit of money. See my haircut? What do you guys think of my haircut?
Beautiful.
Is Dr. Fade's here? Dr. Fade's in the house. I have gotten the same haircut my whole life, just like my dad. So I hired Dr. Fade's to come to my office to cut my hair. I say, Dr. Fade's, give me whatever you want. You're in orange. I didn't know what he would give me, so I kind of thought Dr. Fade's would probably give me a fade. I've never gotten a fade. I had no idea how my wife got freaked out. Richie, you don't look like yourself. You know what? I took a risk and tried something new. I'm having fun. So you'd like to take a small risk, invest a little bit of money, and learn how to meet your ideal customer, invite them to stuff, and sell them, and go on social media for 5 minutes a day and posting it off and get people to buy and learn how to network, you can. The class starts October 7th. So after this event, you come up to me, the first person gets a ticket to the summit, everyone gets a free coaching session. That's the one thing we're selling today. I'm not selling my coaching. It's too expensive. Just selling that. So to sum up the event, I want to give you one final call to action. Who here, after I stop talking, go to someone at the event, ask them, how did you get started in your business? What would you mentor someone who wanted to get started? Where do you see your business going? And how I know if somebody is a customer? And then when they say that, give them a referral or buy from them yourself. And then guess what? You will leave a business. And it's uncomfortable and it takes work and you have to talk to people and remember stuff. But that is the lesson learned. And that's what you can do to get business. Is that valuable? Excellent. Let's end with this, where I use network. April, can you do the Alchemist Nation manifesto? Yeah, written down? Okay. Go ahead, written down, so we can't do it. I want to remind you, Alchemist Nation is a nationwide group of people who help salespeople, entrepreneurs grow their business for free or for practically nothing. If you want something for free, there is a free class going every Saturday, taught by Gualter, a leader, a multimillionaire real estate investor. It's 10 a.m. online every Saturday, it's absolutely free. He does it for the community. I go every week. I learn great stuff. If you want to go to it, it's called ibuildmillionaires.com. If you go to that website, ibuildmillionaires.com, you can sign for the class. Every time I go, wow, this is like $1,000 coaching session for free. I go every Saturday. But I build millionaires. That's the free thing. We also have these events in every city where you can come and network. And if you want help to grow your business, we will help you. The goal of helping people grow their business is so they have money to do real estate deals, so we can do partnerships. Because people who are real estate investors, they want to meet people who also do with them. So if we build you up, you can. If you want to come, check Saturday class. All right, guys, I'm gonna turn it over to April. I know she doesn't have a car, but I want her to end it with just something, and then I'll let you guys network. Go for it. What's this?
Thank you guys all for coming. Hope it was inspirational and full of information, and we hope to see you again. Thank you.
Don't forget to check the Christine. Yeah, put it on. Not coming. Right? And we got down the side, right? Go ahead. Talk to people. Those referrals.